This is my audience today. Can you be attacked by bacteria viruses from the public restroom? There are bacteria viruses in public restrooms that you can catch. Have you ever had to use a public restroom and felt as if the restroom was not clean enough? Have you felt that you could catch something from the public restroom toilet, sink, or doorknob? The history behind the toilet is the first flushing toilet was invented in 1596. The flushing toilet did not become widespread until 1851. According to the Smithsonian, early bathrooms known as garderobes were little more than continuous niches that ran vertically down to the ground. Public restrooms were made so that the public could have a restroom away from home that they can use. Have you ever cringed when you had to use the public restroom? Do you feel that the bathroom was not clean and there were germs everywhere? Have you ever felt that you could catch something from touching a doorknob, a sink, or a toilet? Can you really catch something from the public restroom? There are several diseases several bacteria or viruses that linger in the bathroom, whether it's the doorknob, the sink, or the toilet. And some of those diseases that linger are stated on the WebMD site. And those bacteria and viruses are Streptococcus, Staphylococcus, Escherichia coli, also known as E. coli, Shingles bacteria, hepatitis A virus, and the common cold virus. Some people may say that you can catch sexually transmitted organisms from the toilet seat as well. Those bacteria and viruses usually only attach to people with weakened immune systems or people that don't use correct aseptic methods, like washing your hands or wiping down the toilet seat before using it. A lot of people try to say that the paper that you lay down on the toilet seat helps to protect you from germs, but that is not always the case because it can still spread once you sit down on that piece of paper. Escherichia coli, known as E. coli, is a fecal-borne bacterial. E. coli lives in our intestines, and if you are exposed to it, it can cause a lot of stomach distress. E. coli loves to stick to surfaces that are non-porous. E. coli can survive on the toilet seat for up to 2 weeks. Shingles bacteria is passed easily from person to person. If you do not wash your hands, it is known that a lot of people incorrectly wash their hands. The method to washing your hands is you want to get soap and put your hand under the sink of running water, and you want to lather your hands very good. And some people say to sing the happy birthday song, and once that you are finished singing the song, then you can rinse off the soap, and then you want to make sure that you go get your paper towel before turning off the sink, and then use that same paper towel to open the restroom door so that you will not catch any bacteria or viruses that are lingering around. The symptoms from shigellosis is severe diarrhea, bad abdominal cramps, and other gastrointestinal issues. This can last in your system for about a week. Shingles infections come from a person's feces that contaminate the toilet seat, toilet handles, and doorknobs. Streptococcus is a bacterial found in your throat. The bacteria can cause some contagious skin infections, And one of those skin infections is impetigo. It can cause a flesh-eating bacteria, causing necrotizing fasciitis. It is possible to catch this from a shared toilet seat, but it's also more unlikely. Staphylococcus is a bacteria that likes to stay around and contaminate surfaces. One of them are MRSA, and it can live on toilet seats and any other part of the toilet. It only takes a couple of seconds to transmit from the seat onto your body. Staphylococcus can also live on your cell phone if you do not clean it. The paper toilet seat covers do not help. The best method is to carry antiseptic wipes, and wipe down the toilet seat. Influenza and any other virus can live on non-porous surfaces up to 3 days. It can also live on your phone, toilet, or remote. Some of these viruses can surpass 3 days. An example of this virus is bird flu. Bird flu can live for weeks on the toilet seat. The virus will literally wait for you to have a seat and then attack. The trick to this virus is not to touch your nose, your eyes, your mouth after you have touched the toilet seat, the doorknob, cell phone, or etc. Mucous membranes make it easy for them to transmit into your body. Hepatitis A vaccines are usually given to Americans, and this protects Americans from catching hepatitis A virus. The only way to catch this from a toilet seat is if someone touched a toilet seat that was contaminated and then touched their mouths. Washing hands thoroughly keeps you safe from catching hepatitis A. Since you cannot be sure that everyone is washing their hands in the restroom, just make sure that you wash your hands and make sure that you use the right hand washing techniques in order to keep your own self from catching hepatitis A. And remember that those hand washing tips were to turn on the water, lather up with soap, sing the happy birthday song, rinse your hands. Do not turn the sink off until you have a napkin. Wipe your hands first, and then you want to turn off the sink and then use that same napkin to open the doorknob of the bathroom and then throw the napkin in the trash. Keeping in mind that hovering over a toilet seat also does not keep you safe from germs that are in public restrooms. We have discussed